Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. Finding room inside the 40. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So Gurley gashes the defense. And a lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you. But even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Watson hands this to Foreman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, it's gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Here's Foreman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Tiger. Deuce.
On 1st down, gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Off in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
14.
From the gun, here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. first and goal. Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's gone. Buying time to his left. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
We got 4.
Running right, here's Sanders. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. To throw on second is Watson. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Down. Blue 80.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
To throw on second down is gone. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Goff. He finds Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
Five.
From the 50, it's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey. 120.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Michael Kendricks in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Tiger! Come back!
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Texans send the punter out. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Listen. We got three, fellas. We got three. 5. 59. Mike, 50. Let's go, 12. Let's go. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Jester.
On first and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Second and 10, Goff again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10.
Richmond. Come back. Black 99 Philly. Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That one goes for 36 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
76.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Value 3. Value 3.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough. To talk about it at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And his first throw here is incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Watch him now, Barney. Run!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans claw one back. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Goff now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They run again with Foreman. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ellington now to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Dumps it off to Gurley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 5.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
12. 11.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out comes Houston. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Underneath for Miller, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
DC, go!
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They still can't get it. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play that time for the Rams. 41 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They get it to him running left. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go, dude.
A carry for Foreman, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Goff on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 5. Hard ball, hard ball. Tiger, tiger.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, 12, let's go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Super.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. But if you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Louis.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT. And the return will stop right around the 25. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Throwing now, Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Tiger, Tiger.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. This quarterback now is hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll drop the throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, completes a QT. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to throw again.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10.
Merlin! Super!
Goff going to throw it. He's going to go up top again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Dude! Tiger!
On second down, here's Goff. Now he's forced out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now out comes Houston. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.